VeChain just got mentioned in a major academic study alongside Walmart and Carrefour. Its staking rewards are hitting 9% APY, and one crypto analyst is calling it primed for a massive breakout. But here's the kicker. It's still trading at just $0.024, down over 60% from its December highs. So what do the whales know that retail investors don't? Stay tuned because what I'm about to show you could change everything. What's going on, crypto family? Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the altcoins that could make you generational wealth. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button because we're about to break down VeChain's explosive setup that has me seriously bullish. Let me paint the picture for you. Right now, VeChain is trading around $0.024, and I know what you're thinking. Another altcoin down 90% from all-time highs, what's new? But here's where it gets interesting. We've got a classic case of price action completely disconnected from fundamentals. While VT has been consolidating in this 2 cents to 3 cents range for months, the actual project has been building like crazy behind the scenes. Michael Van de Poppe, the guy with over 700K followers who called the last Bitcoin move, just went on record saying VeChain has a great chance of going upwards. His reasoning? The confluence of technical strength and continued project development that the market is completely ignoring. Think about it. In December 2024, VT touched $0.075. That's over 3x from current prices. But instead of holding those gains, it tumbled back down with everything else. Now we're sitting in this accumulation zone, and smart money is starting to pay attention. Here's the thing about altcoin seasons. They don't announce themselves with fireworks. They start quietly, with projects that have been building in the bear market suddenly getting recognition. And VeChain? They've been building non-stop. Okay, let's talk about Stargate Staking, because this is where things get spicy. VeChain just launched staking with up to 9% APY for early participants. Now, 9% might not sound revolutionary, but here's the math that'll blow your mind. Let's say you buy VET at today's price of $0.025 and stake it at 9% APY. If VT runs back to just 10 cents, which is less than half its previous all-time high, your effective annual yield becomes 36%. That's not a typo. You're earning 9% on tokens that have 4xAD in value, creating a compound effect that most investors completely miss. But the staking program isn't just about yield. It's about reducing circulating supply and creating long-term holders. When tokens are locked in staking, they can't be panic sold during market volatility. This creates a supply shock that could send prices parabolic when demand picks up. Here's something that flew completely under the radar. VeChain just partnered with Dana White. For those who don't know, Dana White is the president of UFC and has massive influence in the sports and entertainment world. This isn't just a marketing play, it's strategic brand expansion into mainstream markets. We've seen what happens when crypto projects get mainstream exposure through sports partnerships. Remember when Crypto.com bought naming rights to the Lakers arena? Or when FTX sponsored major sports events? The difference is, VeChain is doing this while their token is still undervalued, not at the peak of a bull run. But here's the real catalyst that has me extremely bullish. VeChain's MiCAR license approval. For those who don't know, MiCAR is Europe's comprehensive crypto regulation framework. Getting this license isn't just regulatory compliance, it's a golden ticket to institutional and enterprise adoption. With MiCAR approval, VeChain can onboard Web2 businesses directly into their ecosystem. We're talking about real companies with real revenue looking for blockchain solutions. VeChain specializes in exactly what these companies need: supply chain transparency and traceability. Now let's talk about something that could be the most important catalyst of all tokenomics reform. VeChain has implemented structural changes designed to reduce supply inflation. Historically, tokens with lower inflation rates outperform during bull markets because there's less selling pressure from new token emissions. This is economics 101. Reduce supply while demand increases and prices go up. But most retail investors are focused on price action and completely miss these fundamental improvements that drive long-term value. Now here's where this story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. A major academic study just got published in IEEE Access, one of the most respected publications in technology research. And guess who got a direct mention alongside industry giants like Walmart and Carrefour? VeChain. This is peer-reviewed academic research examining blockchain applications in supply chain management, specifically focusing on seafood traceability. The researchers analyzed 18 different deployment scenarios and concluded that blockchain ERP combinations provide superior traceability, visibility, and trust compared to traditional ERP systems alone. Here's what most people don't understand about the seafood industry. It's one of the most complex and fragmented supply chains in the world. You've got fishing boats in remote oceans, processing facilities in different countries, distributors, retailers, and consumers, all trying to verify the authenticity and safety of products. The study specifically mentions VeChain's platform is another example, working with companies in the seafood industry to implement blockchain for seafood traceability. This puts VeChain in the same category as Walmart and Carrefour, companies that are already using blockchain for food safety initiatives worth billions of dollars. But here's the technical aspect that has me really excited. The research shows that blockchain provides immutable records for critical data points like harvest dates, expiration periods, and product origins. This isn't just about transparency, it's about reducing fraud, securing cold chain monitoring, and providing authenticity verification. Sebastian.vet, one of VeChain's ambassadors, summed it up perfectly. From oceans to on-chain, VeChain is securing supply chains where trust matters most. This isn't just crypto hype, this is real-world utility solving real problems for real companies. The study found that blockchain systems are particularly beneficial in make-to-order and engineered-to-order manufacturing settings, exactly the type of customized supply chain solutions that enterprises pay premium prices for. Now let's talk technicals, because the charts are telling a story that aligns perfectly with these fundamentals. VT's current pattern mirrors what we saw in late 2023 and early 2024 periods that preceded significant price movements. We've seen repeated tests of support around 2 cents, with each bounce establishing higher low targets. This is classic accumulation behavior where smart money builds positions while retail investors lose interest. The consolidation between 2 cents and 3 cents has created a launching pad for the next move higher. When VT breaks above $0.035 with volume, we could see a rapid move back toward the $0.075 December highs. What's interesting is the volume profile during this consolidation phase. We're seeing consistent buying at lower levels with decreasing selling pressure on bounces. This suggests that weak hands have already been shaken out, leaving primarily long-term holders and accumulating investors. The market structure is also improving, with higher lows being established on each retest of support. This creates a solid foundation for the next leg higher when altcoin season momentum picks up. Here's what makes this opportunity so compelling from a risk management perspective. VT is trading near multi-year lows relative to its fundamentals, which means your downside is limited while your upside is potentially massive. If we're wrong about VeChain's prospects, the worst-case scenario is probably another 20 to 30% downside to around $0.018. But if we're right about altcoin season and VeChain's fundamental improvements gaining recognition, we could see 5-10x returns over the next 12-18 months. What makes this setup explosive is the confluence of multiple catalysts hitting at the same time. Altcoin season momentum building as Bitcoin dominance potentially peaks, staking rewards creating supply constraints and yield opportunities, regulatory clarity through MiCAR licensing, academic validation driving institutional interest, tokenomics improvements reducing inflation, and technical breakout potential from multi-month consolidation. Here's how VeChain could realistically 10x from current levels. At $0.024, VIT would need to reach 24 cents for a 10x return. That's still below its all-time high of around 28 cents from 2021. With improved tokenomics, real-world utility gaining recognition, staking reducing supply, and potential altcoin season momentum, a return to previous highs becomes very realistic. And if VeChain captures even a small percentage of the global supply chain management market, which is worth over $15 billion annually, current prices could look like an absolute steal. Look, I'm not telling you to mortgage your house and go all in on VeChain, but I am saying this is one of the most compelling risk-adjusted opportunities I've seen in the altcoin space right now. My personal approach is dollar-cost averaging into positions during this consolidation phase, with plans to stake a portion of holdings for the 9% APY while waiting for the technical breakout. The combination of yield generation and potential price appreciation creates multiple ways to win. Key levels I'm monitoring: break above $0.035 with volume for bullish continuation, successful defense of $0.022 support on any retests, staking participation rates and total value locked metrics. partnership announcements and enterprise adoption news and overall altcoin market momentum and Bitcoin dominance trends. VeChain represents everything I look for in an altcoin investment. Strong fundamentals, real-world utility, multiple catalysts, technical setup, and a disconnect between price and value that creates alpha opportunities. Whether this turns into a 10x play depends on execution and market timing, but the foundation is stronger than I've seen in years. In a market where most projects are just hopes and dreams, VeChain is building actual solutions for billion-dollar industries. That's a wrap on this deep dive. If this analysis helped you understand VeChain's potential, smash that like button and subscribe for more altcoin alpha. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on VT's setup. Are you bullish or bearish on this play? Remember to always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. I'll catch you in the next video where we're breaking down another hidden gem that could explode in 2025. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Cryptocurrency investments are highly speculative and volatile. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Always conduct your own research and consult with qualified financial advisors before making investment decisions. The creator of this content may hold positions in cryptocurrencies mentioned. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and be aware that you could lose your entire investment.